Hello all, Havoc here. Let's get ready to play some Space Engineers. So next up we're going to look at how we're going to make our drones. So I started out with putting a conveyor here, thinking I was going to put a tree of welders right here. Then I realized I could do this. I got this here. I got a landing gear underneath there. I don't even think I need it. But yeah, so I got this on here, and we come in here. We'll click this. Info. Show sensor field. So basically when we turn a projector on right there, we will have those welders kick on because they'll detect a small ship inside of this field. In theory, they detect this, and to turn on those on. They're not. The sensor's not set to turn on the welders yet. I haven't had the forthright to do that yet. So actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and do it. So we want to go to sensor. So I'm going to name the port and starboard so we'll know which one's which. Set up action. Actually, we need to group those welders first. So here, through here, actually we're going to call you guys, we're going to name these first. Okay. Oops. Alright, so there we go. Actually, should have left that one intact. Should have named that one, right? So that one's 2. Three. 4. And this one here will be 5. There. So let's take all of these, put these into a group. Right. So port drone welders, plural. There's a couple. Now we're going to come back here, sensors, port, set action, and let's go to grouping. So we're going to take this, put it here, and toggle on. And then when it's out of range, toggle the block back off. So in theory, let's say in theory they should turn on. There is a small ship down there. So let's see here. Oh, detect player. Yeah, so if I walk in that, those should turn on. Alright, so let's see what happens. It's getting power, so because it even has a small reactor, but it gets power from here as well. So I'm not sure. I think they're operational. Let's see if we got some bulletproof glass in the system. We do. So let's get Alright, so looks like they're all active and online. Let's take the small ship off. I think I already did that, but let's check anyway. Alright, so detect small ship, turn that off to only do detect. Oh, there it goes. So now it should turn off. No, we just had it turn on. We took the turn off function out. So let's go back there to the actions, grouping, turn, block back off. So now, hey, it worked. And everything spawns. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and head back over there. Hopefully we can collect our stuff and not die again. Well, it looks like it worked. Oh, it still got us as detected. Again, I hope I can get our stuff and, okay, good. I'll put those in the disassembler. Okay. So, it worked. But sadly it's detecting your corpse and wants to continue to weld. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another one of those on the other side over here and yeah, blueprint it up. So when we turn on the blueprinting machine down there, it will build the drone, and then we just fly the drone straight out the door. And in theory, since it's docked, it should pull any components it needs from the large amount of cargo containers inside the ship, along with the assemblers and the refiners on board. So at least that's the plan. I don't know what to do to get him out of the field of ow. Ow. Yeah, that hurt. Wow, that heals very... I don't even think I'm healing from it. I'm not. That's really weird. You're supposed to hold down the button and it's not working. Oh, it's turned off. That would have a lot to do with that. Why was it turned off, Havoc? So let's see if we can get him out of the way. There it goes. Alright, so they turned back off. Oh, those welders down inside the pit. So that's pretty cool. I wonder what the range the range of them is. Ow. Really? I just got my face welded. Thank you, lady. Low health. Wow, that was pretty close. I got me down to 20% that time. Okay, so I think we don't have to worry about range of coverage. I think one array of welders might be enough. It seems to literally reach that far. So if we got our face melted up when we were right here, so I think we're good. So let's turn that sensor block off. That was fun. Oh, that doesn't work. Let's turn the welders off. And port drone welders off. I wonder if it turns it back on by coming back in. Oh, it does. Havoc, that's funny. Okay, so those are off. We're going to turn the sensor off now while it's shrug key. There you go, sensor off. There we go. So now it's like stepping in front of a loaded tank. Kind of frightening. So the idea with the camera is that we'll be able to check in on it while it's building. So let's go ahead and I guess I should have left that on, huh? Or not left it on, but not welded it. Yes, I'm gonna do that. Let's do this like this. So in theory, I want it to come out to, I'm gonna go to there. This first time loading this menu is always just brutal. Okay, I'm gonna look for the projector. And so, okay, we learned this from last time, that that's the front and the plus is the top. So we're going to put that like that. And we also want to put a reactor on this thing. We do need to weld this foot because obviously it doesn't complete the foot. So we need one large steel tube. I don't think we have any. Oh, we do. Okay. So otherwise, it should have pulled that large steel tube through. So it'll be cool to see if it will, how far down it'll weld. I'm pretty sure it's going to weld probably at this block here and up, but we'll find out. So G, we're going to put, I think they're already on my toolbar somewhere. Nope. Okay, so small reactor. That will go there. And you have to put a block on top of it to connect it to. And then I want to put a button on this to control the projector, but I'm not quite sure how to go about doing that, so I think I'm just going to do it like this. It's going to look kind of cheesy, but I think it'll get the job done at least. And then we'll put a button right here. One of these. Right side up, of course. Alright, so alright, let's turn it on and see what it welds and what it doesn't. So we're going to go back to the sensor. And we're going to turn off detect player and turn on detect small shit. And then we're going to toggle the block on. Whoa, that was kind of scary. Okay, so that got all of that. Kind of scared to walk on this side. I don't know how far those are going to reach. So I got all of that. That's pretty cool, and it's also a pretty good indication of how close we can get. I think we need a way to turn this off, period. Those might just be on an on-off button instead of a sensor, because it's just going to sit there on and I can't walk up to the button. Okay, we'll leave the sensor there as an option for later, I think. Turn that off. Okay, so turn those off now. So, okay, so this is our, it did not complete that or that, because I don't think it has either of those components in the system. But it did complete, well, those are all one blocks, so that really doesn't count. And it does reach down that far. That's another good sign as well. So I can move these components below here and put it one block up, kind of thing. So let's see, do we have motors in here? I have motors on me, but We do not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put motors in there and some large steel tubes. Yeah, I'm sure you guys see this thing bouncing. It's because it's relying on this to stay in place. It was doing that before I even did the landing gear. So let's turn those on. It should finish those other components. It does. That's fantastic. Oh, we missed the reactor component. Hey, Scorpy. What's up, man? Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and weld this up manually. Alright. Alright, so that's going to be that. We're going to put some power in this reactor here so we can get this small beast online. So let's do something interesting. So let's do this. And let's see here. Now I have to try to remember what it was. There it is. Okay. So I think I just got the whole ship. No, small ship 2159. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So we're just going to leave it at that for now. We're just going to come over here and see what happens. Okay. So you hear that clicking? It gets stuck turned on when you're doing something like that. All I have to do is activate your welder and it goes away. Okay, so projector, blueprint, small ship 215943. Let's just screw around. And yes, that's what it did. It's projecting the entire Kestrel. That's cheating. That's pretty interesting that I have this on film, because you're not supposed to be able to do this. This is quite literally hackery. Because you're not supposed to be able to have small ships do large ships and large ships do small ships. So with some backwards thinking, you could probably get this to create the wrong size ships. And the funny thing is the ship we were trying to copy didn't even copy. It's not even a part of it. Alright, I'm not sure how to go about this, because I don't want to disconnect that small ship. Alright, so I guess we build a small drone, because, yeah, we need to build a small drone. So let's turn that blueprint off, because that's total hackery. Remove blueprint. There we go. So next up, we're going to build a small drone. And to do that, we need to start out with the basics. New small ship. Boom. There it is. That's one new small ship. Next up, we're going to want to do a block to get it up and going. And then we're going to go from there. We're going to need... we're going to take all this stuff off. We're going to need, we're going to use the cool little thrusters. We're going to use these guys. So we're going to need those. And now we're going to need the remote control. which is right here. We're going to need a camera right there. We're going to need a small cargo container. Then I also do want to put one gun on it. Let's see, what else do we need? We're going to need a reactor, a small reactor. So block, small reactor, a gun, small cargo container, camera, remote control node, and thrusters. So that's pretty much the basics. So first things first, the remote control node. The direction, you don't place it because you don't have interior plates. By the way, this is my first time building one of these. I have not built one before. I'm just going to throw that out there now. Yeah, I've never built one of these. Like, not even practice messing around kind of thing. Large steel tubes, a couple displays, a couple computers. Let's grab a couple more computers. And okay, so yeah, this is my first time building a drone. I have not built a remote controlled vehicle of any sort in this game at all. I do know that that is the direction that it faces. I'm gonna go ahead and weld that up. So the direction that this thing faces is the front of the ship. So all your WASDs will be running off of that. So if this arrowed piece was facing upward, then that would be forward, like so. Tis it's not, it's facing this way, that is forward, this is up. Okay, got that out of the way. No, it's not what I want that. Okay, so the whole thing about building these things is I've seen other people build them online, and the biggest thing that they do is they make them super compact and super small. So that's where I'm going to try to go with this, is make it as small as possible. So I'm going to put that there, that there, this here. Now I'm going to put that thing behind it, or on top of it, like so. I'm going to weld that up real quick. Okay, so we're going to put that there, and that also allows us to do this. By putting the camera right there, we're right above the gun, and also turned 90 degrees to one direction. P, dark color, dark color, dark color. Okay, so the reason I went for the dark color is that it will allow me to see the lettering, and I see my health ticking away, or my energy. So the camera is going to be right in the center of where the ship thinks is center, and also right above the gun. So that's a double whammy good thing for us. So metal grids, okay. Alright, so that's that. So now we're going to need one more major component. That's going to be a gyroscope right after we get energy. That's why I have this seat right here. This is this very reason. And done. Okay. Whoa. So the next build I would want to make is one of these that has that sniper rifle on it. So it'll be just as tiny as this with a sniper rifle. So okay, so now we're going to do this, and now we need a gyroscope and some thrusters. And this little mini beast is done. They're very small, very cheap, and compact. In fact, resource-wise, I believe the actual ammunition and uranium can actually cost almost as much as the entire ship. So we will cut this block away, so it's not even going to be that big. This will be its entire shape. So now it's just a matter of getting a thruster in all the coordinate directions. So obviously one to the back, one to this side. Let's go around to the front so we can actually see. One to the front. There is one more component I'm missing. I am missing a radio. So we're going to allow that to go on this side, I think. Yeah. So we need one in this direction. So there's backwards. There's forwards. That's right. That's left. So we need up and down. So here is up. Or that would be down actually, but yes. And a radio. The radio is important, that's because that will allow us to actually control it. Those are the two components that are needed to terminal control a device. It's a radio or an antenna, and I wonder if that could work on this ship. I'm going to try it. This is for a modded antenna, but it looks kind of cool the way it is. So, 8. It does work. Okay, so we're going to use this antenna because it looks like an antenna. So we're going to use that. It's tiny. It doesn't stick out the way. Actually, I think I'm going to move it to like right there if it'll let me. I'm not sure. So we need down. So actually, I'll put it right there. I'll put the downward thruster right there, which would be 9. Yep. So that's going to go there, and we're going to take this off. Okay, and then we're going to put it right there. Like so. Actually, we're going to rotate it. So I think it'll... it will fall apart like that. It looks better, I think, like that, because it's up against something. Okay, so in theory, if all the components were in this ship, this thing would weld together so fast. It would just be like, done. Done. So it's a matter of all the right components being in the ship, and then once we have an idea of what those recipes are for these things, each different little variant of it, they will build exceptionally fast, and we will always be able to have those components, like thruster components and large steel tubes, on board. So let's grab all of those. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Yeah, I like that. So what I'm going to do is oh man, I should not come through here. 'Cause what if, right? I'm going to take this thing off of here. Whoops, put that back. Good thing that thing didn't tumble apart. I'm going to put that thing on here. Where? I hate using cargo containers for structural, and it's not much better than a motor. So that little maglock thing will be insanely strong for this little ship, but it takes up no space. Its hitbox is super tiny, so there we go. We'll put that right there. That right there. Okay, So there it is. We just put some uranium in it. Let's do a cartwheel first. Go to power. Whoops, that was not what I meant to do. Alright, so now we got some uranium. Throw that in here. Into here. And there it goes, it's alive. So in theory, so gyro works. Alright, so alright, let's fly it. So I just come over here. Okay. This ship has an antenna. How come it's not? Oh, this doesn't count as a controllable cockpit, I believe. So let's go run back over here. Okay. Yeah, what's going on here? I thought you could use those chairs. That's why I was like kind of... Okay, so here... Small ship. So we're going to come over here to info. Small ship. This is going to be... Mini drone 1. Okay. Let's go to inventory, control panel, remote control. It's right there. Mini drone remote. And we're going to put this as remote. Save with me, so control A, owner, nobody, yep, sure, yep, me, yep, cool, share with everybody, because I'm cool and awesome like that to share with everyone. So we come in here, control K, mini drone 1, remote, take control. There it is. We are flying it. So, it's kind of weird looking at it flying while sitting here. So you fix that by coming in here. So go down to your camera. You hit click view. Weapons blocks is obviously going to be the minigun. Go back to all blocks, and we're going to let's see, do we want to switch lock? That's what we want to do. Okay, so then we go to 1. Oh, this is awesome. So this ship is so tiny too, so we can pretty much go anywhere on board this ship we want. Let's see if there's one of those openings still open. No, I covered them all up. Let's say you should. This ship is small enough to go down through here. So we put a grinder on this. We'd be like, in through there and back. Whoa. Alright, so let's go take this out, see how fast it goes. Oh, hey, excuse me there, big guy. Nice. Alright. Yeah, it's not super quick, but we're using really tiny thrusters, and we're using 75% of the power, so we're right on the edge of the power consumption for this ship. Yeah, see, we just went over right there. So this is a 2x2 block, and that feels kind of tight, but yeah, we could fit through a 1x. Pretty simple, I think. Just a matter of realizing that, yeah, see, we're up against the wall right there. Whoop, that's how close to the wall we are. And there we go, we're on the deck. Yeah, see, we could easily squeeze into a 1x1 because you gotta remember the camera's on the top. So, yeah, some practice. These drones can be really effective. You just gotta learn where its limits are because you can't switch to a third person. You need to double check your limits. So let's go. Let's see here. So this is one of the things we were talking about, is we can make these and it would be totally expendable. If it comes back, it comes back. If it doesn't, then, man, that's fine too. So we can make them much larger than this as well because it can fit through 1/3 or 1/6 of this door. And we put this big door on here. But this guy can fit through here. So we got room to make bigger drones. So the next iteration of the drone is probably going to have that sniper rifle on it. Whoa, clip that door. Can you fit through the door? Let's try it. Stops pitching and rolling there. So there you go. Right through the door. Outstanding. So that gives you guys an idea of the scale of this little guy here. Now can I get back out? Like a glove. As it blows up. Whoa, whoa, spoke too soon. Oh, careful now, Havoc. Alright, so that's that. This is one of the little mini drones that I want to build. I think I'm going to build like I'm going to put a glass wall here to encase the reactor. And, okay, what I'm going to do is we're going to try the landing gear. So let's come up here. And so we're just going to bring him up here and park him right here. Kind of hang him around like a bat. And I don't see in proximity coming on. That's kind of annoying because that's how those things work. So it's on, unlocked. Alright, let's just try toggling it and see what happens. Nope. Alright. Oh, there we go. Alright. Just had to toggle it on off real quick. Now it'll probably work. Let's see here. Now we're going to hit 3. Locked. Oh yeah, that thing's not moving at all. So I climb out of here and climb out of here. There we go. There it is. Locked in. Alright, so there's our first mini drone. Next episode I'm going to try to get the welder to do the work for us. So now we can copy this little guy. And, right, the disco welder. This isn't going to work. It was a good idea at the time, but no. So I will be using these. I'm going to move it back to here, and I'm going to use the generic vanilla welders, these guys here. There's nothing wrong with these. They're just a lot bigger than I like. As you can see, they are really massive. So I will put them like right here. So we can still build a decent sized ship. Oh man. So we'll put them in here somewhere. We'll get them to work. They'll come off of these and still get tied to the system and everything, but they just won't be as cool as these welders here. So Alright, that's it for now. Check out the bat hanging underneath. That's what we'll call this guy. We'll call him the bat. The bat hanging underneath there on that eave. So that's it for now. It's Havoc. I'm going to log out for now. So have fun and keep gaming.